It's Rita. I'm actually surprised that I didn't have a barking dog. Are you surprised by that? That's because they're out in their walk right now with Santo. It almost feels strange, like I'm almost like recording. But here they come now. I can hear them coming in for their treats. Hi guys. Hi. Oh, here they are. You're not on your headphones, are you? Because it will interrupt the broadcast. Hey, what, Lola? Oh, yes. Lola goes into a special area. She goes in my bedroom for a little while. Hey, everyone. How are you? It's Rita. um, yeah, you didn't miss that much, Kat. Uh, Hold on. I dropped a bunch of stuff while I was getting so excited. Hey, everyone. Good morning. Yeah, they're back here now. They had a late walk this morning, and they just had their treats. And now we're going to do Cricket Chat. I missed you guys yesterday, but I sure had a great time at the annual senior picnic. It was just such a lovely day, even though the weather was kind of, overcast. There was no rain, and we had a great time. And I handed out all my stickers that I made from on my Cricut, my recycle stickers. People really like those. I think I'm going to show you guys how to do a knockout text. It's really simple, and there's a lot of applications that we can use that for. But anyway, today is about Halloween. We're getting into that groove here. It's today, I think, is the first day of no, it's tomorrow. Also, Owen's birthday is tomorrow. So he'll be turning 17. So tomorrow is the first day of fall. We're going to be doing a fall card for Owen's birthday. Maybe we'll try to make it a little bit like, what happens when you have fall and it's a birthday at the same time. Maybe we should do a fall birthday. You know what I think would be actually good for fall is a sympathy card, but I don't want to do too many sympathy cards. I don't know. What do you guys think? Your boy is turning 27. Is this the same boy that's getting married, Loretta? Yes, it's Owen's birthday on the 17th. I'm sorry, on the 22nd, he's turning 17. I think he wants to hang out with his friends. When we've had a birthday party for him like every single year. I'll never forget the time that I had a pirate birthday, a pirate talk birthday, and all of his friends came over. He really liked that party. Everybody, even myself, dressed up like pirates, and because he had this favorite like vest that he wore constantly. It was like a pirate vest. And it was like from one of those toy makers like Melissa and Doug, and he wore that thing. I think he had two of them, and he wore that thing to death. So I said, why don't we have a Halloween party? And we had all kinds of like, not a Halloween party, a birthday party for him, and we had all kinds of fun piratey kind of adventures on that day. It was really, really fun. But these days, not so much, right? Oh, and it's Leslie's anniversary. How happy anniversary, Leslie. Good morning to you all. Hi, Brent. Hi, Shirley. Shirley, are you feeling better? Hope you're feeling better. I want to catch up with you and see how you're doing. Anyway, I'm showing you these cards that we're going to be doing today, and we've done these before, but we have a lot of new people, so I wanted to show you where to find these great images. So easy to find and easy to put together. Look, we've got a happy Halloween. We've got a happy wicked Halloween. We have this beautiful cat, scaredy cat, really, behind a big full moon. Our cute little boo ghost holding his trick or treat bag. I think actually it would be cool to have yellow underneath there. I'm not sure if it's there. And then if you're having a Halloween party, or even somebody who likes spiders, you could do this party themed party time, or, just people just like, let's party. It's Halloween. So I'm going to show you where to find these today and how to put them together. I am going to actually have 10 giveaways today. So anybody, we need, let's do 7 on the YouTube side and 3 on the, um, 3 on the Facebook side. So Loretta is going to put together 7 winners. So if you want to win, say, I want to win. Tell Loretta. Oh, nice. So if you want to win one of these adorable cards, then you can do that. Okay. Yeah, it would be, Christiana. That is true. It would be for Halloween cards. Yeah, glow in the dark vinyl would be fun. Well, we'll just have to see. So, I watch for 7 to like to win, and then I will try to watch for Facebook people. I see Tara is on Facebook, and I think Penny and Nancy. So if there are other people on Facebook that want to win, speak up. You can win a card. Woohoo! All right, I got all my stamps in. I bought 500 stamps, so I'm in this thing for the long haul. With 500 stamps, we're going to be mailing out all kinds of stuff. But I also got them for like Christmas cards and stuff like that. But anyway, so these are called Creepy Critter Halloween cards because they are from the Creepy Critter image set that I love. It's been around for about a decade and I still do things from it. It's one of those, I know I bought the cartridge, but I still use it and I don't have to deal with the cartridges anymore. I could just go on Design Space, which is great. But before we get there, let me just tell you that I hit 22,000 subscribers on my YouTube. I'm so excited. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You know how I am like just kind of weird about just hitting numbers. And as Bab said to me, 25,000 for Christmas. And boy, would that not be the best? Would so love that, to get 25,000 subscribers. That's only 3,000 and 3 months. So 1,000 a month. We could do it. We could do it. You guys have to help me though. And in return, I have all these giveaways. So what you have to do is get the word out about MISSRITA and about our fun group, Cricut Chat. And so share, tell people where you got your inspiration from. Also, if you're in Design Space, and most people watching this are in Design Space, join the community. The community is just so much fun. It doesn't replace like Facebook or Instagram or even your groups. It's just a fun new way to actually share designs and share things that you like to do or talk about in your design. So the other folks, I've seen a lot of folks, I started sharing myself on the Cricut official group. And last week I've been sharing some of our projects, and I think I'm just going to keep sharing and sharing and also in my own groups, because I keep forgetting that I have my own groups and everything. So if you're on Facebook and you want to join a group, feel free to join any of my Facebook groups. My current little pet group is Cricut Chat with MISSRITA, but I'm also the founder and owner of 3 pretty big groups called Cricut Newbies and Pros. So if you see Cricut Newbies and Pros for Explore Maker, there's also Cricut Newbies and Pros for Business, and there's also Cricut Newbies and Pros for legacy machines. So things like people have used the old machines, they continue to use the old machines. So we have a group for that as well. So there's a group for everything. I even also have a joy group. I have an in the kitchen group. And I just started a new group for people who are managing chronic illnesses like I am. So if you're on Facebook, one of the best things about Facebook is its groups. So join up. And a lot of times, if you're posting in a really large group, not that I wouldn't post in the Cricut official group because it's great and a lot of people see you, but a lot of people post in there. And so your design may get pushed to the bottom and not get the same kind of look that you want, a number of people. So try other groups if you, and not only that, but we have a really exciting challenge coming up. I think I mentioned it to you all last week, and I'm going to give you more information about it tomorrow. I think it might be Friday. Don't quote me. Tomorrow I am doing a really fun Halloween card, and then on Friday I think we'll do that information about the challenge because it starts next week. It starts next week, and I want you guys to win because the prize is so amazing. The prize is amazing. I also want to talk about my prizes. Okay, September is no different than any other month of the year. I give away tons and tons of prizes every year, every month. And this month, no exception. The only exception is I originally posted that we were going to give away a hat press and a, a I think it was a Cricut mini bundle and a paper thing. And I asked you guys about it, and I decided that I'm going to give away instead 3 glue gun bundles. These bundles are amazing. They have a trimmer, they have a true control knife, they have extra glue sticks. Obviously, they have the glue gun, and then they have this really big, really big work surface. It's called a self-healing mat. It's what I work on. So but it's even actually bigger than the one that I work on. The one I work on is 18 by 12 by 18, and I think that it is like 24 by 18 by 24. I'm not really sure. Yeah, the bundle's great, and plus, Loretta got the bundle. Yeah. And then plus I will also be adding in some extra thingies, like maybe some new products or something like that. That should be fun. So definitely you want to get your name in for this month. And you can do that by following the links in the description of my videos on YouTube. Okay. I try to put them also on Facebook, but definitely go to my YouTube page, sign up, subscribe, share it with your friends, and then go and find that link and put your name in. You do have to put your name in. Every day you can do it, and we'll be picking the winners late next week. All right, so let's get going. Did I get your email, Robin? Was it a recent email, Robin? I don't know. You'd like the glue gun. The glue gun is awesome, but I just wanted to clarify. Okay, so I did change the prize because I think it's a much better prize. So so I thought, why wouldn't I give out a much better prize? And so I did change it. I hope everybody will be happy with the winners. All right, so here is my file. It's called Creepy Critters Halloween Card, and you can find it in the Cricut community just simply by clicking on my profile, or you can also see it in the community. But this is my profile, and guess what I found out? I found out that if you click on your followers, you'll be given all of the names of the people that follow you, and you can follow them right back. So if you follow me, guess what? I'm going to be following you right back. So let's create this community. Let's encourage people to follow each other. You don't have to be a product expert. to have a Cricut profile. You don't have to be a contributing artist either, or a designer. You can be just you. There is so much creativity going on, and it is a huge rabbit hole, but it's a rabbit hole that I like to go down into. So you do the same, okay? So I'm going to be following all my follow. I haven't got it completely yet, but you see here, just click on followers. And then also you can click on following and it will show you who you are following. So let's all get together and follow one another. I'm at 931 followers. I want to get to 1,000. I want to do that before the end of September. Will you help me? Will you help me with that? Okay, so let's go ahead. Oop, wrong project. Let's go ahead and do this creepy critters project. It's so easy. We don't have to do a whole lot of talking about this. I just want to show you where they are, and also a couple of fun Halloween sentiments that you can put in there. I didn't put sentiments in mine because I wanted to just kind of prove to myself how quick these were to create. And I actually cut out 4 of each, so I have 20 cards, but I'm saving 10 of them for when Wendy is down at Haunted Happenings in Salem. So so that's what I did, and these are so simple to create. So let me show you where to find them. I'm just going to first go ahead and group these, and I will hide them. And so it looks like you're starting with a blank slate. You're going to go to images over here on the left, images, okay? And then we're going to choose image sets. And let us put in the word creepy. Creepy, it has 2 E's. Creepy. Creepy critters. There's one of my favorite Halloween image sets. And we're going to click on that and we're going to find. Now, we were here, in August, I think, when we did these little treat bags. So we're going to come back to this in case you didn't see these before. And we're going to grab these cards. So there's the witch one. There is the completed card. Now, I want to point out a couple of things. You'll notice that this is the Halloween card, and it looks like it's 3D because it's the entire card. But they've taken and they've like sort of expanded on the images. So say you didn't want to make a card, you could just choose this piece. And they've done that with a lot of our image sets. So that way you don't have to go through the process of eliminating it. And you can just have that image to create whatever you want. So I found 4 cards already. Where's the 5th one? Here it is, down here. Now, while I'm down here, I'm going to actually, let's add this into the canvas. I don't remember if they come in sized, but they don't. Yeah, help Loretta. Yeah, whoever wants to win can win. I know it's a lot of winning. Oh, they do come with the envelopes. How do you like that? Well, you guys know I'm not a huge envelope fan. I would probably put this in just a regular, I'm going to put it in an A2 size. And I actually have those envelopes because I have a lot of joy cards, and a lot of the joy cards are A2 size. So this is a way you can use Cricut to make your cards even easier. So look at how easy these are. So we've got just a few simple pieces, some very basic colors, violet or purple, yellow, orange. This is supposed to be orange, by the way. I'm going to change it so that it looks a little more orangey. So I'm going to click on that, and I'm going to go to that aspect of the layer, and I'm just going to move it to be orange. And if there are a lot of orange things that I want to create, like this one, I'm going to go over to Color Sync, and I'm just going to move those pieces to the orange that I just designated. Isn't that great? So you'll see here in my color sync, this is very basic colors. And in fact, my yellows aren't all the same color. So I'm going to move this yellow and sort of make it easier. So I just have black, violet, yellow, or if you have like glittery yellow cardstock, I've got orange, white, and green, that Halloween green. And I'm not going to cut these all out, but I do want to tell you that when you're cutting these out, I would suggest that you use um, a a setting called cardstock for intricate cuts. I know a lot of people, they haven't heard of it, so I wanted to make mention of it. It is a setting in the cardstock group, and it's actually one of my favorites. Wow, what did I do? Rita, I do this all the time. There we go. I was trying to group this together. So if you say want to cut out this really fun web and you're thinking, oh my gosh, can my machine do this? It absolutely can do it. And this one here as well, the Halloween one. The image, the cards come in at appropriate size. This is 5 by 7, but if you want to make it smaller, which is what I've done, I've changed the dimensions, or yeah, the dimensions to 8.5. Well, it's really 5.5 by 8.5, right? Because when you're cutting, so this is the one we're going to do. We'll unlock it and we're going to change it to 8.5 by 5.5. Is that right? Yeah. Because we're taking an 8.5 by 11 and we're turning it to 8.5 by 5.5. Now, if you keep those envelopes, make sure you resize the envelopes, okay? And that would be a good idea to resize the envelopes. Or, as I said, I'm just going to use the ones that I have made. I have already made for me in my insert cards, because a lot of times I make the cards and I don't mail them because I use them as examples, right? So that's what I'm going to do. So I cut these out using intricate cuts. And so let me go down here and show you how to put them together. So easy. Now, this is a great project for working with your littles, whatever, grands. And you do need to have a little bit of glue. But I was thinking, since I was at the senior picnic yesterday, this would be a fun project for my friend Christine. She's going to be going down to Florida and teaching little classes. I don't remember where in Florida she's going, but she's a snowbird, so she goes there to Florida every year, and she has like a little place, and she signed up to be a an instructor in the 55 plus community. So there you go. Now this, each of the cards have what do you call this? Oh, each of the cards have a score line. So I'm just going to score that. And if this is helpful to you, I actually cut it with the score line on the wrong side. And that's just a habit that I've done. It seems to make it easier with the scoring and shows less cracks here. And I do use the scoring stylus for that. Plus, by using the wrong side, and what I mean by wrong side, this is Cricut cardstock. So this Cricut cardstock has a texture on one side, and then it's a little smoother on the inside. So that is what I mean. That's the wrong side. There's really no wrong side to paper, but if you're going to use a pen on this, then it's best to put it on the smoother side. So there's our card, and look how easily this comes together. So I would suggest you cut out all of these little pieces. And if you have a joy, just cut out this part and make your cards from your 8.5 by 11-inch paper. So just grab your paper and cut out 8.5 by 11 and then cut it in half. Okay. So I've shown you guys how to do that for making this size card before, an 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper or cardstock. It is half, it makes two cards that are sized A2. So if you work with 8.5 by 11 all the time, which I do, it's not something that Cricut carries right now. I don't think ever, but you know, you never say never, you never know. But I do get my 8.5 by 11 inch paper in a stack of, it comes in like a 50 pack, and it's like a sampler. I'm going to show you that in a second. So all I'm doing is I'm gluing these little pieces. I'm actually going to not glue this little hand all the way because I'm going to put that in there, but I need to put a little bit of glue on the back so it holds, right? Boop, 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 boop. Now, I do get that question a lot about glue, and this glue, I don't work for a glue company, so I try not to promote one glue over the other. But what I'd like to do is I like to use a tip that is very fine, and I like to be very measured about my gluing. So don't, blob it down. I've even tried using very tiny little brushes if for very, very intricate images. Now I can't find my thing. I actually cleaned my workspace over on Monday. I had my friend Christine, who's local, come over. She's the one I was just talking about with the with the Florida teaching, and she's going to be teaching them all kinds of stuff. And I gave her a glue gun too. And remember, I told you I accidentally purchased that glue gun because I wanted to see what was in the bundle, and I purchased it. Well, I just turned around and gave her all the stuff that was in there for all of her help that she's given me. So you too can win one of these glue gun things. Plus, she took all my scraps, and I even had somebody, I think it was Cheryl with an S, who asked me would she take scraps from other people, and she actually, I'm trying to think, she is going to be going to Florida. So I think that's probably a no until she gets back. She won't be coming back. Oops, I did this on the wrong side. Who says that my cat can't be facing to the right? That's okay. It looks just as sinister, doesn't it? Looks just as sinister. Okay. There we go. So yeah. So my mom's got COVID, which was not a good thing, but she seems to be getting better. She has to actually quarantine in her apartment, and they bring her food. She is quite bored, and we've just been calling her and just sort of trying to keep her entertained. And then hopefully by early next week, we can move her in. The plan was we were going to move her in this week, today, actually, I think it was. And that got sort of stopped in its tracks because of COVID. So according to the president, the pandemic is over. What? I don't know. He said, I listened to what he said. He said the pandemic is over. And I thought, okay, I understand what he was trying to say is that we're all back to like living normally, but there are still people dying from this. And it's not just like the flu. So if you feel you need to wear a mask, or if you're in a healthcare situation like me, I have to go to the cancer center, and they require masks, and so it's just safety, because cancer patients or other patients, whether they're dental or whatever, they are fragile people. I'm a fragile person. I may not seem like it, but my immune system is suppressed because I am undergoing treatment. And so I appreciate all the people who are wearing masks when I go into healthcare. And I actually still kind of keep my distance. Yesterday was different. I did get to see a lot of my senior friends and everything. I got to see the mayor and Senator Joan Lovely, who's our state senator, and we actually were swapping tips on our hydrangeas. And she felt that this was a bad year for hydrangeas. I actually brought some hydrangeas with me for my table, and they looked really nice. But yeah, I have to say this was not a great year for hydrangeas. And she has chickens, so I was like pretty excited about that. I'm like, Joe, do you have chickens? And she has a butterfly, sort of like a butterfly uh sanctuary. Like, I mean, she raises them. And I also met somebody else that raises butterflies, that works at the light plant, which my one of my closest friends, um, Brian Howcroft, he is the assistant manager over at the light plant. So that was, nice. He didn't go, but so don't. I heard somebody say, this is so silly, but I heard somebody say that they were mocked for wearing a mask. And it turned out that the person was driving their car and was wearing a mask, and they had just been diagnosed with COVID. Okay, and yet somebody, thinking that they know it all, said, you don't need to wear a mask, you're in the car by yourself. And she had just come from the doctor and was wearing the mask. And I said, you know what, people, yes, you have the right to say whatever you want. That's our freedom of speech. However, um, you still need to show some class and just keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Just keep it to yourself, man. Nobody needs to hear your sarcasm. I know that there's some people who think they're pretty funny, but sarcasm. I used to be a very sarcastic person. I think it's part of the generation I grew up in. But sometimes you just have to kind of go, I don't know everybody's situation. I just know that I'm doing the best thing for me right now. That's all. We don't need, the peanut gallery out there giving people a hard time. Look, you can look at me and not know that I'm undergoing cancer treatment, because I don't have hair loss. I don't look like a cancer patient. So if I happen to park in the handy, which I don't do anyway, but if I park in like a special spot that I got permission to do, or if I'm wearing a mask when everybody else is maskless, then you just have to respect that person for making the right decision for themselves, right? That's what community is about. Anyway, I'm blathering on and not talking about today's project. And I'm sorry for that, but these are so easy. I could probably put them together in my sleep, aren't they? I've already done these 4. And yeah, you're right. I know, right? Babs is saying, if you don't have something nice to say, don't say it at all. That's what my folks used to teach us. And so I always think that before I say it, even if it's going to be funny, or I think it's going to be funny, if it's going to hurt somebody, then maybe just not say it. We have to be kind to one another. We do. We have to be very kind and gentle, because we just don't know what other people are going through. And that is the truth, folks. I remember one time I went to SeaWorld with Owen, and Owen is autistic, as you know. And at that time, he was a very impatient child. He's learning, but back then he would just wander off if I left him in a line, even if he was standing right next to me. In fact, I've had to actually walk away from my pocketbook before when he was wandering, because it was like, all right, you're either going to rob me or take my kid. And so I decided that my kid was more valuable. So I've had that situation happen to me. And I remember going to what's that called? SeaWorld in Florida. And before we left, I went to his doctor and I said, would you mind terribly writing me a letter that says that he should not have to wait in lines, or he can get like preferred seating, because waiting in lines was impossible with this kid. And so I was like, I'm going to have lines down there. And we did it. But do you know that some people actually asked the ushers when we were there, why are they sitting there? They shouldn't be sitting there. There's nothing wrong with them. And the usher said, well, you don't know that. You don't know that. And in that case, it was true. Right? So we just don't know what's going on with everybody. I was actually thinking about this very topic um, because I remember going to the grocery store with my son, and because I'm a single mom, and it was the only way that I could get to go. So this is when he was before he started going to school, which was at 3 years of age. So he was still pretty affected. And so I'd have to bring him to grocery store, or I'd have to wait until somebody could cover me so I could go to the grocery store because it got to that place. But at first he allowed us to go grocery shopping. He allowed me to go grocery shopping together with him, as long as he could sit in the basket. Look, I put too much glue on there, but it will dry. And somebody said, hi, Chandra, how are you? And somebody said to me, your boy's not very friendly. And I was like, well, it's not about being friendly with him. It's that he has autism, and he doesn't, some older people, they mean well. They expect kids to be able to perform for them, and they like that interaction, and I get it. But he was just not the performance kind of kid. So I had to be kind and say, he's autistic, and he doesn't respond the way we expect him to. And so, I don't put those kinds of demands on him. And that's what we, just decided. Yeah. So what I used to do once he hit school age is I'd wait until he went to school, and then I'd run to the grocery store and run to the pharmacist and run to Target and all those places so that I could get what he needed. And the only time that that didn't work for me was when he had vacation. And then when the vacation was extended because of snow days. So before vacation, what I would do is I'd go grocery shopping for like 3 weeks, like enough for 3 weeks, because God forbid I ran out of pickles with this kid. I ran out of pickles all the time. He would eat pickles, jars and jars and jars of them. In fact, we cleaned his room over the weekend, and my sister came out with no less than 5 jars of pickles. And so what would happen is he'd ask me to open the pickle jar, and then he would proceed to eat them. My sister was worried because of the salt, but he loved the crunch. He still loves the crunch. So I always have a big thing of pickles in my kitchen because he just likes pickles. He also liked like cucumbers and carrots. He ate very healthy and growing up. I mean, he didn't do milk. He didn't like milk or anything milk related, anything dairy. But he loved like noodles, and he loved eating lettuce. I mean, it was a dream because I didn't have to really worry about feeding him, except with fresh produce. If you are snowed in, it's hard to get out when you have a kid that won't go to the grocery store, right? So, so, that was an issue. And a couple of years, I was like calling my sister up and saying, "Can you please go get us some lettuce?" So now every time she goes to Costco, she brings me lettuce and a chicken because he loves, but he only eats the dark meat because he's just quirky. He's always been a quirky kid, and he only eats dark meat chicken. And so then what I'd have to do, believe it or not, feed the chicken to my dogs. They loved it. I would make chicken salad and everything, but I found out a gazillion ways to use a chicken from from Costco. That's where I started coming up with soups, because soups are so easy. Of course, he doesn't eat them, but for me, they are. And believe it or not, dogs love soup. They just don't like hot soup. So that's that. Anyway, yes, it's definitely sensory. Okay, so who's from Facebook? I see that at Ansley Nichols is new, or good morning. She's saying good morning. Who did we pick from? It is the most flavorful. You're right, Loretta. But Costco chickens are extremely moist. Um, so it's like you go into the chicken, you think it hasn't been touched, and it's missing the wings and the legs and the entire legs, and all that's left is like the breast. It's so funny. Anyway, so who did we pick from Facebook? And I'm sure Loretta found people on a YouTube. Thank you, Loretta. Loretta's so great. Everybody, we have to give Loretta some kudos because she's just so great. Isn't she? Next week, she's going away, is to Florida. And, oh, Jeanette, have you won a card recently? Jeanette Davis from Facebook. Hi, Jamie. Thank you so much, Jamie. So if you haven't won a card and you're on Facebook, so let's give one to Jeanette. And so, Jeanette, you've got to send me an email, and then also the winners that Loretta chose from YouTube. It's okay if you've already won before. I don't mind sending out my cards. It's a labor of love, and my mom asks me all the time about it. Yeah, she's a great moderator, isn't she? She just fell into that. She saw me like getting all what do I want to say, squishy, like, oh, I don't know what to do. I was trying to read all the comments. And oh, the wedding's in Colorado. Okay, you taking the whole week off though, right? All right. So thank you very much to Loretta and Jeanette Davis from Facebook. So any of the winners today, and Penny, I think you need to be sent a card too, because Penny's been going through a lot lately. So Penny and all the other winners, what you're going to do is send me an email and type in, when you send the email, say hello. That's okay. I love your comment. And my email address is missrita@gmail.com. And so just go ahead and send me an email, and make sure you say, hey, I won a creepy critter card or whatever you want to call a Halloween card, anything that would distinguish it, because sometimes I wait until the end of the week to process all of them, because this is a kitchen table project. So I sit there with my mom when she's not sick, and I lick all the envelopes. She's quite obsessed with the fact that I lick envelopes. She does not like me licking envelopes. She says it's why I got cancer. And I'm like, I don't think so, Mom, but I appreciate your concern. So I have to actually do it when she's not around. But anyway, envelopes, and we put stamps on them, and then we take your email and I write it on the envelope, and then I try to go once a week. I've been trying to go once a week. And if you were promised a card, I'd say anything from late last week, we might still be in the process. But if you were given a card or won a card and you didn't get it, make sure that you email me again and say, hey, Rita, I won a card, but I never got it. And there is a possibility, because again, this is not done by computer. It's all done by hand. It's a possibility that your email got sent to my spam folder or something like that, and I never saw it. So just resend me an email saying I never got it, and I will try to find it to give it to you. If I don't, I will send something else, because I do have a few left over that I haven't sent out from before. And so there you go. What? Oh, someone's asking me where I buy my stamps. I actually buy them on the Facebook Marketplace. And if you look around for forever stamps, you can get like 100 stamp rolls. I got 100 stamp rolls so I got 500 forever stamps. They're from like 2016 or something. I don't know. But I got five rolls for 20 cents a stamp. Now stamps now are, I think they're 55 cents or something around that. And that's just like first class. So to me, saving more than half on it was definitely worth it. But you have to kind of go in there to the marketplace, and you have to kind of take it sort of slow. Look for somebody that does it. This is what they do for like a living. And you have to be careful. Don't get scammed or anything, because I've done it like 3 or 4 times now, and I've been very lucky. They send them out quickly and everything, but I try only to do people that have like a lot of a high rating to them. So that's what I do, Barbara. All right. So I think I'm done putting these all together almost. They're 60 cents now. Oh my God, Barbara. So I paid a third of their face value, basically. Hi, Connie. All right. So definitely, if you are one, yeah, definitely check out the Facebook Marketplace, but be careful, because you don't want to, like, sometimes you can kind of tell if it's a scam because their English isn't great. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, like, you can kind of tell when something's a scam. And I've learned my lesson. Like when the pandemic hit, I was like buying stuff online, just like all of you, and I ended up like a couple of things that I was like, when did I order this and how much did I pay for it? And I started using like online, you purchase and they either mail it to you or they bring it to you Instacart. But be careful, folks, because there are a lot of fees involved. And if you don't look at the fees, you really can get trapped into that. Okay. Yeah, it's important to understand the scam. Okay. So that's it for today, everyone. Yes, if you do get your stamps online, do so and with a reputable person. I think there are people making money, and that's great. So somebody planned ahead, knew that the stamps were eventually going to be $60, 60 cents each, and bought them when they were, I don't know, 40 cents each or whatever. And now they can sell them because they have the forever stamps. So, all right, everyone, that's it for today. And I hope that you have a lovely day. I'll be back tomorrow with a really fun special card. I'm going to show you a few tricks. It's a slimline card that I'm going to show you. It is a Halloween card, but I'm going to also do another card that's just kind of a fall card. That's going to be at the end of the week. All right, everybody. I love you guys. I hope you have a great day. And how do you win the card? Chandra you too can be a card winner. Today I'll send you one because I didn't pick all of the Facebook ones. So Chandra, you're going to send me an email, MISSRITA to the rescue @gmail.com. And you need to tell me what your address is, your name, your address, and what you won, and send me an email, and I will send them out to you in the post. And I won't write inside the card, so that way you can either use it for your own or whatever you want to do. Okay. So thanks, everybody. Have a wonderful day. And we'll see you again tomorrow, where dreams can come true. Right? I'm singing. Uh-oh. Must be feeling good. All right, everybody. Love you. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.